Welcome back. It's a big development as far as cricket is concerned and a big boost for women's cricket. It's a massive announcement from the Board of Cricket Control for Cricket in India. Jay Shah has announced that a cricket league for women will begin from the month of March. He's put out a tweet saying that today is a historic day in cricket as bidding for the teams of the inaugural Women's Premier League broke the records of the inaugural men's IPL in 2008. Congratulations to the winners as we garnered rupees 4,669.99 crores in total bids. This marks the beginning of a revolution in women's cricket and paves the way for a transformative journey ahead, not only for our women cricketers, but for the entire sports fraternity. We have Mamta Mebin as well joining us for this. Karishma also joins us for her perspective on what is a historic development for women's cricket. Let me in fact go across to Ms. Mebin. Thank you so much, ma'am, for speaking to us. Tell us about the significance of the inaugural WPL, which is expected to begin in the month of March. What do you think that means for women's cricket in India and women's cricket in general?
I think it's a monumental day. There's no doubt about that. It's something that the game has been striving for, and especially in the last 5 years, there were calls for the IPL to begin. But however, I feel the time was ripe, and as expected, it really broke all records because there was a lot of talk about this time. A lot of interest has been garnered. So I think I personally feel I'm pleasantly surprised. I never expected that it would go for 4,000 odd, but this is a monumental day.
And Ms. Mebin, if I may, this has been, of course, a follow-up to a surge in popularity that women's cricket has witnessed in recent times over the last decade. In fact, when India took on Australia for the recent T20 series that took place here in India, at the D.Y. Patil Stadium in Navi Mumbai, for instance, there were almost 50,000 people who turned out to watch that game between India and Australia. So therefore, the WPL would cash in on this surging popularity.
Yeah, definitely. I think that was the cue, I somewhere felt the last 1 year or so, BCCI then realized that no, the time has come. Otherwise, the last 2-3 years, they kept saying that no, it's not yet there, it's not yet there, we need more talent and things like that. But I think the D.Y. Patil tournament is where nobody has any more doubts, where the game had gone and how much it has grown, not only in India, all over the world. If you notice that the talent that is sprouting all over is tremendous. And I think it's just the right time. And I don't see now women's cricket is set to grow on its own. I don't think anybody can stop its growth anymore. It is going to grow on its own and flourish.
Okay, thank you so much for your perspective, ma'am. Let me in fact go across to Karishma as well. Karishma, it's a big moment for Indian cricket, a big moment for women's cricket, not just in India, but across the world. This means a lot to the women cricketers who've represented India and also, of course, participate at the domestic level too.
Well, yes, absolutely, Siddharth. Today is a monumental day, a historic day with the start of the Women's Premier League. This is what the BCCI has called the league for women cricketers that is going to start in March on the lines of how we've had IPL for the last so many years for the men's cricketers. And now, not just Indian cricketers, but cricketers from across the world are excited to be a part of WPL. They are already registering in large numbers for the auction. The deadline, of course, is 26th of January. What we're being told is that in the first week of February, any day there could be an IPL Women's Premier League auction for the women cricketers as well. And the numbers are very, very huge, Siddharth, in Jay Shah, who of course tweeted saying that 4,669.99 crores, which is more than what was the inaugural IPL edition for the men's team.
Absolutely, Karishma, let me just interrupt you there. Karuna Jain, former wicketkeeper and batter who represented India, joins us. Ms. Jain, thank you so much for speaking to us. What does this mean for women's cricket?
See, I think it's a very big news coming into the picture. I think we've all been watching IPL men's and it's really big time, as Mamta rightly said. It's the right time to, introduce such format in the Indian Premier League and yeah.
And this will incentivize women to take up the sport as well in India, ma'am.
See, ideally it's already picked up, right? From 2017, from the time we enter the semis. The picking up has already been there, but again, when the matches have been telecasted and shown
Absolutely,
on
ma'am.
Live.
This is expected to now begin in the month of March. Thank you so much for your view, and Karishma as well. We have to slip into a short break. It's a big day for women's cricket. We'll come back with more on the other side.